All right, guys. So this is how you're going to go about it. I'm just going to show you my uh work through, like what I did, the steps I did. Okay, so I'm not going to demonstrate this in live because if I started, it will be quicker for me to show you. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to get this prompt. Okay, this prompt, just check the link in the description. Okay, I have this prompt for you guys, so all you have to do is copy and paste it into ChatGPT. So as you can see here, I pasted it into ChatGPT. Okay, so this is the whole prompt. It's a very in-depth prompt. So this is the response you're going to get from ChatGPT. So here, as you can see, it's saying, great, I'm fully set up to co-create your 10-slide brand guideline deck. With each slide outputting one is a detailed mock-up spec in Markdown, a high fidelity visual via image. Okay, so here it's ChatGPT is just explaining to you how it's going to go about it. Okay, so let me just show you the results, okay, of what we're going to create. So as you can see, this is the logo. Okay, so this ChatGPT is going to create the logo. You're not going to do anything. Okay, everything will be done by ChatGPT. Just follow my instructions. So this is going to be the logo. So this is the logo in reverse. Okay, so this is the tagline. It's going to come up with the tagline, brand culture. So this is what we are doing here, is we are augmenting. This is called augmentation. Okay, so we are augmenting brand identity design. Normally this takes about this for you to do brand identity design. You need an agency with a minimum number of people of like 10. Okay, like for you to do it professionally, like for you to do it to this level. Okay, because you need someone who understands color theory, you need someone who understands blending, but we are going to do everything with ChatGPT. Okay, so this is the added advantage. As I've been saying, AI is not going to take your job. Someone using AI will take your job. AI won't take your job. Someone using AI will take your job. For instance, if a person like me was to come at your company, at your workplace, it means I'll be doing most of the things people do there. If once management notices that I'm capable of doing that, it will mean some people are going to be fired. So the more you learn about AI and how to use it and how to augment it, not just writing prompts the way most people use it, but you need to find the way to augment it. Then you are safe. You don't have to worry about being unemployed because of AI. All right. So today I'm going to show you how to augment brand strategy, brand design. Okay, so this is the first step. As you can see here, it's saying let's begin with slide 1. So this is the first slide. Okay, so slide 1 is brand basics. So it will come up with a brand name, tagline, mission statement, vision statement, core values, which is 3 to 5, and then personality adjectives, e.g. bold, playful, mean. Okay, and then here it is target audience, demographic, everything. As you can see, this is something which is done to be someone who has, let's say, at least a degree. Okay, this here right here, this here, it's a profession on its own. Okay, for you to be able to do this, you need to go to school, but with AI there's no need for you to do that. Okay, so you can use this. If you just follow the steps, you can use this and you can go and present it to management, the board at your company, and tell them I was thinking about this, and obviously it will get approved because someone from when I posted this. Okay, when I posted this, what ChatGPT did. Okay, this I received an email. Someone from FNB contacted me to say, how did you do it? You see, I don't even work there. So now imagine what will happen to people who work there, like the people who are in the marketing department, in other departments. That means their jobs are at risk. Why? Because they don't know how to use AI. Okay, because if I went there and then I told them to say I can do what 10 of your workers do in a day, what it takes them to do in a week, or do it in a day, it means they're going to lose their jobs. Okay, so here, what's happening here is you have to answer these questions. Okay, so here it's saying brand name, so you have to tell it what your brand name is. Okay, and the tagline for your brand. Okay, so it's tagline. Okay, you also have to tell it mission statement for your brand. You also have to tell it vision statement. You also have to tell it core values. So let me show you how I answered these questions. Okay, so this is me answering. So here, this is me answering brand name, World Bank. Okay, so as you can see here, I said World Bank. I didn't say FNB. The reason why I said World Bank is because so this is, we are using the back door. Okay, we know the brand we are branding is FNB, but this FNB is a very established brand. There are copyrights, there are guidelines, there's a lot of rules will be breaking if it just said FNB bank here. Okay, yes, there's a lot of ethics involved and all other corporate jargon. So here I said World Bank, but in my mind I knew I was doing this for FNB. Okay, so this is me answering those questions. So here, tagline. So this is the tagline. I said the tagline for the company is your success, our mission, more aspirational. And so as you can see, this right here, this my response here, it's also from another automation. So what I did is I got some FNB, like their stuff, their marketing material, and all other things that make up the brand, and I gave it to another augmentation, which I'll be showing in the next tutorial. And then from that it came up with this. Okay, so from that it came up with this. Okay, it came up with this. So the other augmentation, the task I gave it is to find ways to make FNB to be up to date with the modern times, because when you look at it, most of their marketing, most of their voice, their visual voice, their social media presence is somehow, when you look at it, it's more like it's outdated. It's more like it's from 3 years ago. And you know, brands like that need to be up to date and keep up with what's going on, or they'll go extinct. So that's what my other automation did here. Okay, what you see here, this I got it from my other automation, this right here. Okay, so this is the response I gave it. Okay, so I gave it all this. So as you can see, because if you wanted to write this again on your own, it will take time. You need a lot of knowledge. You need to have a degree probably in multiple fields. Okay, but since it's augmented, it did it easily. Okay, so just watch out for the next tutorial. I'll be showing how to do this. Okay, so this is the response. So after I gave it that response, now here this is it now getting to work. So as you can see here, it's saying if you name no input, this is a senior level clarity strategy in motion. As you can see, even ChatGPT has affirmed to say this is a senior level clarity and strategy in motion. Why is it saying this? Because the response here, my response here, this response here, it is top level. Okay, this is a very in-depth description of the brand. Okay, someone who hasn't done this, you need to have at least minimum of 6 years to be able to come up with this. Okay, but I don't have that experience, but I was able to come up with this because I augmented the process. like we are doing here. We are augmenting brand strategy, brand identity design, right? So so this is ChatGPT now. So this is ChatGPT now coming up with slide 1, which is brand cover, brand overview and cover, as you can see here. So this is the slide. So slide 1. Okay, so so this is doing its work. So this is it coming. So here, all it's doing here, all ChatGPT is doing here is creating slide 1, okay, in the contents which would be in slide 1. So this right here is it's called markdown. Okay, you don't really have to pay much attention to it. Okay, you don't really need to pay much attention to it. Okay, so we come down here. So here is now ChatGPT has created a high, as you can see, it's saying it has created a high fidelity visual mockup. Okay, so this is what it created right here, as you can see. So here it's saying World Bank. Remember what I said, that I can't directly say FNB because of the community guidelines, because of the a lot of other guidelines. It would be wrong for me to say that, but in the back of my mind, I know I'm referring to FNB. So this is the brand overview. So here there's a mission, there's the personality for the bank. So as you can see, the personality for the bank here is the rebrand. Okay, it's going to be, the bank is going to be, the personality is going to have is trusted, visionary. Here there's warmly professional, there's dynamic, inclusive. Okay, so there's target audience, so there's individuals, ambitious professionals, retirees, young adults. So here basically it's inclusive of everyone. Okay, so you come here to this business, this startups, SMEs, corporates. Okay, so this right here is slide 1. Okay, that's where we have the brand overview. Okay, so as you can see here, I didn't do anything. Okay, as you can see here, I didn't do anything. All this was done in ChatGPT in less than 30 seconds because it's augmented. Okay, so here what I have to do is say go to the next slide. Okay, so here now it's going to slide 2. Okay, so slide 2 is where we generate the logos. Okay, so here for it to generate the logos, as you can see, if you can remember, I said this is augmentation. This is where you work in partnership with AI. That's what augmentation is. Okay, so for it to proceed to the next slide, it needs my input. Okay, so here it's saying upload your logo files. Okay, they can be PNG, okay, ESP or SVG if available. Okay, so again, so the second question here is, do you prefer a logo type? Okay, so logo type, this is where there's those logos which are words. Okay, for example, Coca-Cola is a logo type. Okay, do you prefer a symbol? A symbol is more like Apple, so that's a symbol logo. So there's a symbol logo, and then there's a logo type logo. Okay, and then there are those logos which are combination mark, which have both the symbol and the logo type. Okay, so you have to answer this question. So here's the third question is, should we include, so there's monochrome, there's reverse color, a small size, logo variations. Okay, so these questions you have to answer. There's even a fourth question, devil's advocate. Okay, so now devil's advocate here is, it's more like stating clearly what you don't expect in this. Okay, excuse me, what you don't expect in this. So here, devil's advocate. So here the question is, if you don't have finalized logos, would you like me to generate a placeholder or icon logo and everything? Okay, so let's start with question 1. Please upload your current logo files. Okay, so here because I know the way the prompt is structured, I know the way I designed the prompt, I know to say in the prompt I specifically to ChatGPT to say you have these capabilities and you're able to come up with a logo. So here, now what I just said, you are very professional. Okay, looking at the information I gave you for the first slide, you should come up with something. You should create a new logo which is timeless, yes, yet professional, and very minimalist, yet mysterious and dominant. Okay, so this is me telling ChatGPT of how. So here you can tell it how you imagine the logo to be. So this is how I imagined the logo brand for FNB should be. Okay, so the second question I said symbol. The third I said O3. The fourth I said yes, meaning it should create the logo. So this is the first. So this was the first one. Okay, so even in real life, when you go to an agency, there's iterations. Okay, they won't just make the logo there and then you like it. This was a good logo. Yeah, it was, but it was too simple. You know what I mean? It didn't meet my expectations. Okay, so this is the first logo it created. Didn't meet my expectation. Okay, so now so here I said it must be inspired by animal which represents wealth in nature, but not very obvious. Okay, so this is me telling how I want the logo to be. Okay, so as you can see here, it said let's infuse animal inspired symbolism that communicates wealth without being overt. Okay, so here now it has come up with the logo concept update. Okay, so here it's saying we involve existing minimalist symbols to incorporate abstract geometric cues from animals that symbolize wealth in nature, but in a mysterious, elegant and timeless form. The goal is to hint the inspiration without showing the literal animal. Okay, so here it came up with a short list of animals which represent wealth in nature. So here it is. The first one was the koi fish, the second one was the elephant, and the third one was the stag deer. There's scrabble beetle. Okay, so this is just a short list. You can even tell it something which is not here on the list that you imagine, and it will still be able to draw inspiration from that. Okay, so now which one should, so here I picked the koi fish. So I said the logo should be inspired by the koi fish. Okay, it should be professional, iconic work, not just outlines and not obvious. Okay, so this is me telling it how I want this koi fish logo symbol to be. Okay, so here it said perfect. You have chosen a koi fish, a timeless symbol of resilience, prosperity and graceful power. Okay, so now here's going to have, so these are the logo design principles. So the logo is going to be inspired by the koi fish, which represents prosperity, upward flow and resilience. Okay, so the style of the logo is going to be professional, minimalist, not literal or outline based. And then the mood is going to be mysterious. Okay, mysterious, timeless. Okay, as you can see, let me just bring up the logo. Okay, as you can see, this logo is a bit mysterious. It's not very obvious. Okay, that's the mood. So that's the mood I imagined it to be, Okay, so mysterious and timeless. Usability scales well, works in monochrome and reverse color, small size, optimized. Tone, so here as you can see it said small size optimized. Let me show you the same logo working in small size optimized. Okay, so as you can see here, the logo has been scaled down to a small size, but you can still view it. Okay, you can still tell that's the new FNB logo. It's been scaled down, but it's still visible. Okay, so whereby even if it was very far away, you can still tell the logo. Once you see it, it's a type of logo that once you see it, you never forget it. It stays in your head. Okay, so so this is the mockup. This is just marked down. You don't need to pay much attention to this. Okay, so here is now the logo it created here. Okay, so this is the logo here now, ChatGPT created. Okay, this is the koi fish. Okay, logo inspired, but you can't tell unless someone tells you, no, this logo was inspired by a koi fish. But even if they don't tell you, it's something that looks familiar. When you look at it and someone hasn't told you, it's something you can tell, okay, this looks familiar because it's inspired by nature, yet you can't tell why it looks very familiar. So that's the goal. You can't tell why it looks very familiar. That's the goal, to be mysterious yet relatable. Okay, so we go to the next slide. So the next slide is the third slide is about colors. So it's going to create a strategic, emotionally resonant color system. Okay, so here again, it's going to ask you questions. Okay, this is augmentation. We are working in partnership with AI. Okay, that's what augmentation is. Okay, so here the first question is, list your brand's primary, secondary, and accent colors. Okay, the example. So these are the questions you have to answer. Okay, so here I was trying to push it to the max, to push this to the max to see its limitation. So I didn't provide anything. I just said, according to the industry and the kind of impact we want to make on the people, which is to make them experience first world premium taste, you come up with something that will do exactly that. Okay, so here essentially I'm telling to say, look at the first slide of the brand overview and draw inspiration from that to come up with the color palette. Okay, so this is the color palette it came up with. Okay, so there's the primary, there is imperial navy, secondary there is ivory mist, there is regal gold. So these are the colors it came up with, and these how the so in this how the last part here. Okay, emotional and intent. So this is how the colors make people feel. So we come, if we start with imperial navy, it is a color which has an emotional tone of stability, authority, and timeless elegance. Okay, so this is the emotional weight of the colors. Okay, so you have accent, which is real gold. So here the emotional tone of that color is wealth, prestige, and high end attention highlight. So as you can see, this here is agency work we are doing single-handedly. Okay, that's why it's very important to learn such skills like augmentation. Okay, so let's look at the color palette now. It's going to create. So this is just marked down. You don't need to pay much attention to it. So here are the brand colors. Okay, here are the brand colors. So as you can see here, it's saying World Bank, but we know it's FNB. Okay, so we are more like using the back door to get in. Okay, yeah. So here again, I just said go to next slide. Okay, so it's now going to slide 4, which is typography. Okay, it came up with this typography, and so here there's the primary. So there's new has growth text. So the why this, so it's even explaining why it picked that typography and why it works. Okay, so here the reason is modern, classic, keen, clean geometry used by luxury brand. So there is even an example here of Chanel. Okay, it's a luxury brand, so this is the font they use. Okay, so there's another here again, it's explaining why the font works. So this one is elegant contrast, premium feel for headers, brochures, or mission pages. So here it is. So this one, the last one, is for it. Even consider, remember what I said, that FNB's brand is kind of somewhat outdated because they use almost the same logo, whether in print, even digitally, their website and the likes. But you need to have, in the modern times, you need to have a different font for print, for your website and the likes. So here, this augmentation took that into consideration. As you can see here, it is great digital legibility, performance optimized for screens. Okay, you can't use this font here, which is for printing, like the one here for digital screens. It won't really work that well. Okay, so we took that also into consideration with this automation. Okay, so this you can go. Okay, so this is it more like now, just this is the slide, okay, showing how the fonts are going to work in the likes. Okay, so after that, since I was satisfied with it, if I wasn't satisfied, I would have told it to say no, I improve on this, and it would have done that. Okay, so here we'll move to the I tell you to go to next slide, which is slide 5, which is brand voice and tone. Okay, so it said your brand aspires to first world premium banking while still being approachable, human, and empowering. Okay, and empowering. This requires a voice that sounds like a world-class private banker with emotional intelligence. Okay, so here it's saying never code. Okay, never try hard. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so we come to the brand voice and tone. This is the slide 5. So there's confident, we are here to grow your wealth strategically, securely, and sustainably. Okay, so there's so this is the voice. So it's the tone. There's the confident tone. There's a warmly professional tone, which is let's build your financial future together. There's an aspirational tone. There's a clear and considered tone. There's an empowering tone, and this is the more like the tagline or a feel. You deserve banking that moves at your speed and your ambition. Okay, as you can see, this is here, it has become simple, but this is a lot of work. Okay, if it was being done by an agency, it would have multiple people working on this, and for brand identity design, it's very expensive. You'll be charged a lot of money to do this, but here I'm showing you how to do it practically free. Okay, so here, tone by context. So there's website hero, visionary, and confident. Okay, so this is for the website. App notification. Okay, the tone for app notification. So there's clear, encouraging your wealth. As you can see, this is very in-depth work we are doing here. Okay, which will require a lot of people, but you're going to do it single-handedly. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, go to the next slide. So this is the professional, trustworthy. Okay, this is the the voice and tone. Okay, so go to the next slide, which is slide 6, which is imagery and photography style. Okay, for both bank, imagery needs to feel aspirational, grounded in reality, and reflect a first world lifestyle, okay, that clients admire. Okay, not envy. We're going for premium, modern, quietly luxurious, and human faced visuals that balance, okay, prestige with approachability. Okay, so as you can see, so that's it now showing here. Okay, let me just rush through this. You're going to this is just an overview. Okay, so this is the voice and tone. We're going to like slide 7. Okay, So all you have to do is keep saying next slide. Okay, after the first slide, next slide. If you don't like what it has generated in the slide, you can tell it to say this is what I don't like in the slide, edit this, and you will be able to edit and be specific of how you want the edit to be. Okay, yeah, so this is it. So this is brand design automated yet augmented. Okay, you don't need to pay a lot of money. You don't need, after this, you don't need to pay money to an agency for them to do brand identity, brand design, or brand your company. You can do it on your own and still do professional work, which is 10 times better than an agency with 5 workers, 10 workers do it. Okay, this is getting the power back into your hands. Okay, yeah, so that's it about brand design. So as you can see it here, it even come up with an internal brand culture. This is very in-depth brand design. You even came up with a internal brand culture, which is lead with empathy, upward and onward, collaboration over competition. Okay, elevate teammates to remove ego. So this is the internal brand culture. So we've, like I said, we've brand the brand from the bottom up and top down. Okay, on all aspects the company has been rebranded, including the internal brand culture. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. You can use this prompt. Okay, so this is a very in-depth prompt, as you can see here. Okay, you don't have to do anything. Don't try to change it, because once you change it, it won't work, or it won't be as effective as it was here when I was showing you. Okay, yeah, so that's how we do brand identity design. As you can see, the results, I can't even the results are speaking. Okay, the results are doing all the talking. I don't even have to tell you, no, this works. You can see these are the results here. Okay, these are the results. And as you can see in this slide, this is just a tip of the iceberg. Most of the explanation is done in the chat. Okay, these slides are just a tip of the iceberg, as you can see here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's it about brand identity design. This is a very short and in-depth tutorial, or let me just say guide. It's more like a guide on how to use the brand identity prompt. Okay.